Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Inside Scots Sports, new episode. That's me, a student athlete, interviewing other student athletes and faculty on campus. Let's get into today's episode.
Welcome to Inside Scots Sports. I'm your host, Hunter Nash. Today we are welcoming a junior on the men's soccer team, Jarod Arendsen. Jarod, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to have you on the show tonight.
Glad to be here.
So I wanted to start off with just a couple simple questions. So what do you love about Alma College the most? What's your passion at Alma College?
Honestly, I love a bunch of things. I love the friendships. It's like a close-knit community just because, we're a smaller school with a small campus. Obviously, I love the class size. That's great. You get to know your professors. And there's a bunch of extra stuff and opportunities like internships-wise. Since they know you so well, they can help you connect with like other jobs or future involvements and stuff like that for internships. So that's really cool too.
Great. Would you say that a lot that what you touched on is what kind of brought you to Alma College? Is there any other factors that when you were looking for your when you're looking for colleges to attend were those things that you kind of saw as well?
Yeah, for sure. I also obviously wanted to play soccer too, so that was a big thing that helped me come here. And then like the great programs, they're known to be like a great academic school, so that's huge for moving on to college to the job market.
Great. I do want to get into so you are on the men's soccer team. What kind of when's the first time you got participating in soccer?
So my first participation, I started playing probably when I was around 3 or 4. And then I just played constantly since then. I did a little travel and a bunch of other stuff too. So, and then I'm still playing today. So probably around almost 18 years we're going on, just a little bit shy, I think. So.
Wow. So when did you kind of realize that you can play this at the next level, NCAA wide? Like, when did that kind of click for you?
Well, I started really like excelling in middle school. I put a lot of work in, and that resulted like for me playing well in high school and stuff like that. And colleges started looking at me. So that's kind of when I really realized like, oh, I could play in college, or I can go a different route, maybe go to a huge school and do that route. But I chose to do the small school and play soccer. So
Awesome. I know this has been just an absolutely crazy year with quarantine and just COVID-19 in general. So I want to ask, what was your go-to activity during this kind of stay at home, the beginning of this year?
Whew, that's a toughie. I worked still. I worked outside, so I could still do that. So that kept me pretty busy. I'd play some video games, Call of Duty, Fortnite, stuff like that. I'd go out and train or go for runs, stuff like, I don't know, just to pass time because they're long days when you can't do much.
Don't blame you. So then going off of that, now moving to campus, I know it's a very different look. You being a junior, it's very different from our first 2 years here on campus. What's your, besides soccer, what's your go-to activities now being on campus with all the circumstances and protocols?
Well, obviously, like trying to hang out with friends. I know we can't go in each other's dorms or anything like that, but like over Zoom calls or stuff like that. Also participating in like IM sports. That's a lot of fun because you get to compete. I love to compete and do stuff. And you can also do that with friends and stuff like that. So
Great. So I do want to ask you a couple questions. I heard that you had a new addition to the family this year, a new dog. Can you tell me a little bit about your dog?
Yep, it's a Great Dane. We got her as a small puppy. Her name's Piper. Now she's probably, I haven't seen her in like a month or two, but she's probably like doubled in size because those things grow faster than a weed. So, but yeah, she's a nuisance, but she's a good dog.
That's great. And so off of that, I see that you're from Holland, Michigan. How was it like growing up so close to the lake?
Oh, it's awesome. Honestly, we got a bunch of state parks and stuff like that. So there's always something to do for free. Obviously, you can just go to the beach and stuff like that. There's a bunch of inland lakes around there, like Lake Macatawa and stuff like that too. But it was a blast.
Would you say that you spend lots of your time on the lake then?
I wouldn't say a lot because our family doesn't have a boat, but we'd like to go to the beach. We like to camp. My family's really into camping, so we'd go to state parks all over Michigan. So that was cool as well. But
that's great. So seeing also in your growing up years, I saw that you are a two-sport athlete and you played some basketball as well. Do you still like to play basketball in your free time, or is that still a thing?
Yeah, I like to pick up. I pulled my Kobe year, my sophomore year, just retired then. But I kind of came out of retirement in college. Played a little IM basketball. But yeah, I like to play some pickup every once in a while. It's a fun sport. So
Yeah, I don't blame you. How do you think being a multiple sport athlete has helped you, like now, like balancing, just anything?
yeah, so I always, when I did basketball, I did travel soccer in the spring because it was a spring sport for travel. So that I know it just helps you with like time management, especially going to college. It's like a huge thing you got to be like good at or improve upon, just because it's all based on like how you schedule out your day, get homework done, classes, if you're doing extracurriculars or sport, something like that. So it really helped me out in that aspect.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So I want to move into some more kind of fun questions. I know we've kind of touched on not the nitty gritty, but what kind of brought you to Alma. So within athletics, if you had to pick one coach to survive on an island with, who would it be and why out of the whole athletic department?
Oh, wow. That's a toughie. On an island, I'm gonna take Coach Greer or John Greer. I just feel like he knows a bunch of random stuff, so it could be useful out there. I think I take him.
Okay. I would now we'll go off of that talking about our coach, Coach Greer. Shout out to Coach Greer. If you had to pick one hobby outside of our sport that you think Coach Greer would do or would partake in, what would you think it would be?
I'd say cross country. I don't know. He can run. He can run. He just looks like he's got a good cross country running body. So
I can see that. I can see that. And then,
or track. He could do track too. I feel like he'd be good, like
oh yeah,
400-meter runner or something like that.
definitely. So then, lastly, for this little bit, what would I know it's hard. We're all growing up trying to find like what our niche is. What would you say that you are known for?
Well, obviously my hair color. That is one thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's the redhead," like that. I'd like to be known, or at least I hope to be known as I'm friendly. I feel like I'm a pretty friendly guy. I'm pretty easygoing, so easy to talk to. So I guess I'd probably say known for that.
Yeah, I'd agree as well. So then, to wrap this up, I would like to. We're gonna have a little speed round. We'll call it.
All right.
So I'm gonna put 60 seconds on my clock, and we're gonna see how many questions you can answer. Some of these are harder than others, but we'll just see kind of how we get with it.
All right. Can I pass on them on some if I don't know?
Let's make it interesting. Let's say no.
Oh, okay.
No pass. You gotta give me an answer.
Do I have to get it right to move on to the next question?
No, you don't have to. These are all
Okay.
opinion. These are all opinion.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Opinion, just to get to know more about you.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put 60 seconds on the clock. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Okay, favorite color.
Green.
Favorite midnight snack.
Popcorn.
Favorite breakfast food.
Pancakes.
Favorite drink.
Barks Root Beer.
TV show.
The Office.
Favorite class you've ever had.
In college or high school?
College.
Strength and conditioning.
Fall or spring.
Fall.
Summer or winter.
Summer.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Pens or pencils?
Pencils.
Favorite meal at Saga?
None.
Do you snore?
No.
What was your last Halloween costume?
It was Brennan from Step Brothers.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Sea salt caramel.
Favorite number?
2.
And awful time. That's all we have. Well, I do want to say thank you, Jarod, for attending Inside Scots Sports tonight. It was great to know more about you, and I hope that we can have you on here again.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
No problem.